weekend, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for July 9th, Thursday, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. We always, in the meditations, excuse me, we always talk about the now, the present moment. And it's so important for us to understand, excuse me, what that means. It's easy for us to, I haven't met anybody that's exempt from it. Maybe some people think they are, but I think we're all prone to it, I'll put it that way, that you're kind of going about your day and something comes up, or you come across something that takes you into the past. It's a memory, an emotion that you savor and then you embrace, and it seems natural. It feels good, and you embrace it, but you realize that it's very seductive. It can pull you right in without you really being aware of it. And this comes from the heart mind. See, it's not the ego when you go into that memory, that past. But then you begin to understand that that's all gone. It's all gone. It's what you are and what you carry with you. So all of that, when you go in that past, it's dangerous for us. And then also, we have this tendency to go into tomorrow. So if you look at it, it's like on my website that we have the cartoon, the character that says, you've got the past, the present, the future, or the now. And no one's in the now. Everybody's either in the future or the past. And this can become very challenging, because a lot of people become reliant on past experiences, and always wondering what's tomorrow, what's going to come tomorrow, what's going to happen. And it can cause a lot of subterfuge with us, a lot of issues that sometimes we push away or we ignore. And if we were able, when we are able, to just relax in this very moment, and this very moment is what we have. It is precious because of the fact that we will not have it again. Moment to moment is precious because it's only the moment, and then the moment becomes the past. So this is why we really move ourselves, we decide to, into the now moment, so that we can really enjoy that moment. And it's funny because a lot of people will look at the moment as being nothing. It's just insignificant, and it's not a big deal. When we're in the moment, it's so powerful in the now. The power is omnipotent because it eliminates, during the moment, when you're focused on the moment, it eliminates our noise from the subconscious and the ego minds. It eliminates it. And you don't think about it. You're not embracing thoughts, see, when you're in the now. You're not bringing in thoughts. And as we know, most of those thoughts aren't ours. They're thoughts that we have picked up along the way as these bodies have grown, so to speak, and experienced. So we pick them up along the way. But in the now, it stills it. It's not there. You don't have all these incessant thoughts hitting you. They're not there because you're only focused on the now. And when you get into that and you realize how phenomenal it is, you'll want to be in it all the time. You won't desire to be anywhere else. You just want to be in the now. Now, those who are not there yet with it, they will be eventually. Well, they kind of look and say, that's kind of silly, have you ever had a conversation? Maybe you haven't. I've had conversations with people, and they say, well, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow? And I say, I don't know, I'm in the now. And they kind of step back at that, and they're not really sure what to say. They say, well, that's interesting. In the now, in the moment. I'm in the now. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about yesterday. I'm just in the now. And as you acclimate yourself to that, and each of us choose, it doesn't mean, it's not like we have to, it's that we choose to. And when we choose that now, that moment, we begin to realize that how beautiful and wonderful the now is. And we begin to appreciate it that much more. Now, when you aren't aware of that, then you spend most of your time either in the past or the future. It's either tomorrow or yesterday. It's not the now. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. But isn't it important for us to understand that it is in peace, in solitude with our God, is where we begin to expand and grow. It is not on externalities. It's not outside of us, and it's not in the future, and it's not in the past. You know how many people, because they've held on to past experiences that literally negate them from moving forward in their lives because they hang on to certain instances that have occurred through their travels in their bodies in this existence, so that it kind of twists them, and it causes them to be in conflict with themselves the whole time they're in the body. And when you interact with those gods who leave the body, they're not too happy that they did that. Because after all, when we're in these bodies, we really are here to enjoy. That's where we're here. We're not here to suffer, to fear, to have all of these anomalies come at us. We're not here to do that. You will learn more in bliss than you will in sorrow. Much more. But it's been dictated to the civilization of the planet that you're supposed to be over there. You're supposed to live in the past or live in the future, but not the now. And when you're in the now, it exercises your ability to think for yourself. It exercises your ability. It de-atrophies it. So instead of some of these abilities that have atrophied within us because we were so bicameral, the opposite happens. They regenerate. So you begin to think more for yourself. You begin to make more direct decisions for yourself without influence from externalities. And you begin to progress much more with ease rather than obstacles and challenges that you don't really care to have at all. So when you relax, when you're in the now, you relax. You enjoy it. It's like someone says to you, what are you doing right now? I'm in the now. Right now I'm looking at my fingernail. Seriously. Or I'm scratching my arm. It sounds silly at first, but then when you immerse yourself with it, you begin to realize that, hey, this is great. I don't have that noise and that chatter. I don't have those worries because you've disconnected from the past. You're not engaging it, and you're not concerned about the future, because everything that you do in the now is a piece of the future you desire. So remember, when you're in the now, you're creating the future, and I've said that, but it's true that you're creating your future in the now. And then you have enough faith in the God within you and the universe. You cannot not enjoy your existence. You cannot not enjoy your existence. You imagine that the majority of the population of this planet moves into the now, and all they do is concentrate on the now. Are you worried about tomorrow? I'm in the now. Why would I worry about something that isn't here? Does that make sense to any of you? We worry about things that aren't here. They haven't even arrived yet, and most of the time they never arrive. What is that? What causes us to be that? What is it? What is the influence? What's the kicker that does that with us? Where we worry about things that haven't even arrived. And when you take your attention, when you take your power away from anything, it ceases. It ceases. When you're concentrating on something and you're in the now, you're creating. But you see, if you understand, when you're in the now, you have no expectations or attachments. You're just in the now. You see what it does. It eliminates all of that surrounding you that basically is insignificant, because the only thing that is significant is you in the now. So you watch, you do moment to moment to moment to moment, and then you're into the next moment, which is the next day, but you aren't even looking at the next day, you're just going moment to moment. Now, to some people it would seem tedious or over-involved. Oh, that sounds like it's just so micromanagement and everything. But it isn't. Because being in the now is your natural state of being. And after a while, it feels good. See, anything that when we step out of our, what we think is our comfort zone. The reason it's our comfort zone is because it's been so long since we stepped out of our comfort zone. Because it doesn't feel good at first. When we step out of our comfort zones, it's because we're in the habit of doing certain things, and we almost push ourselves over that line so that we're outside of our comfort zone. It's like, you say to someone, well, let's go water skiing. And they go, well, I've never water skied, and I don't want to do that. And almost to get at him, I said, no, you can. I'll watch. Okay? And that's a comfort zone. Or when you're called upon to do something that's outside of your regimen. Have you ever experienced that? It's outside of your regimen. And understand, you're not in the now, you're either in the past or the future at the time. And it's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good for you to even think about stepping outside of that comfort zone. So when you step outside the comfort zone, you go, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. Okay? And the majority of the time, when you do that, it feels good after you engage with something that you normally would not engage with. It could be anything. Could be a stigmatism. It could be something that you say, well, I just have never been interested in doing that. And so you say, what the heck, why not? It's like you're with somebody, all right, in the now, and you're at a dinner, and you've never been to dinner with this individual, and they don't have a lot, you don't have a lot in common. And they say, why don't you order this? This is really good. I've had it before. I'm not going to order it because I've already had it, but I'm going to order something else I've never had before and see what it's like. We don't do that a lot. We're more into, no, I don't know. It just doesn't sound good to me. And the ego mind's in there telling you, no, I don't want that. I'll just stick with the normal things that I normally order. And that's what happens with us. We become complacent in these existences but we're still in the past or the future and not in the now. And when we move in the now, it changes. It shifts things. So you're in the now and someone says, why don't you try this? I tried it. It's really good. And you go, it's in the now, I'm going to try it. Let's see what it's like. That's it. You don't have any expectations either. You don't have any attachments to it. And so you're not expecting it to be bad. You're not expecting it to be good. And so you just order it and you try it. It's a new experience. Being in the now focuses you on the experience of your existence. But when we occupy ourselves of going into the past, going into the future, we negate the most important thing of our existence, and that's the now. And believe me, when you get used to focusing on the now, there's a lot of people who get frustrated with you. And they say, well, what do you think about this? I don't know, I'm in the now. And some people get irritated with that. Well, you can't always be in the now. Why not? You sure as heck can. You can be in the now all the time. But see, other people are brothers and sisters, they're not there with that. So it's different for them. Which is not a bad thing. It's just they're just not in the now. They're where you used to be. Say. And it's kind of interesting perspective that you view yourself the way you were and aren't anymore, and you're in the now. But you're witnessing a part of yourself that's in the past or the future. I'm planning to do this 3 days from now, and I'm thinking about this and that and this and that. What about you? I'm in the now. I'm looking at right now I'm watering the lawn, and I'm just enjoying the moment. You ever done that? You ever enjoyed just the moment? Enjoy it. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's vibrant, radiant. It's spectacular. The now is everything. And this way, what happens with us is that we learn more. We progress more. Because we're not cluttered. Let's see, clean the slate, so to speak. And we nurture every single moment of the now. We nurture every single moment of the now. Now, it's up to each of us to embrace that or not. Now, for some, it's not the norm for them. It's not their comfort zone. It's not their comfort range. So to them, it's very foreign, and it's uncomfortable, and it's not fun, and it feels like they're forcing it. And there's a lot of things that the ego mind will fight you on to keep you from it not controlling you. Okay? So it wants to control you, so it tries to do everything it can to keep you in its attention. Your attention to focus is on it, rather than on the moment and the now. So and it's very, it can be like a teeter-totter, up and down, but there are things that will come in and say, well, you can't always be in the now. Why not? Who says I can't always be in the now? I don't say that. So that's another thing. We have external influence that causes us to not be in the now because of pressure from outside of you. Well, you can't be in the now all the time. You've got to be able to do this, project this, do that, and do this. Not really. Because what happens when we do that, when we're projecting into the future or projecting into the past, what happens? We get muddled. We get derailed. We get interrupted a lot, and then we get conflicted. How many times have you done a finite planning process and you had all these expectations and attachments with it because you spent so much time planning it that when it finally occurred, it did not work out any way the way you wanted it to? We've all been there. I've talked to people that finally say, we've learned in this life to just go with the flow. Because when you try to plan things and construct things, you're going against the flow. And doesn't it feel like that? Think about this. Doesn't it feel like it when you plan and structure finitely things, doesn't it feel like you're under pressure? Because you have expectations for it to perform and for things to go the way you want them to. And so you're under pressure. You have expectations and attachments to what you have put together. Now, on the flip side, when you're in the now and you're downstream thinking, you're not conflicting. You're not in a tug of war with yourself. You're just going downstream. Now, as you're going downstream, you look over and you see all these others in their boats with canoes, in their canoes with paddles, and they're struggling and sweating and grimacing and they're red-faced and they're doing everything they can to fight that current to get upstream. And and then some of them look at you like a deer in the headlights of a car. They just look at you like they're just dumbfounded that you're just easily going downstream. You don't have any oars. You're just sitting back and smiling, letting the breeze hit you. It's just phenomenal. And then you look, and they're just like sweating and gasping for air trying to get upstream. That's a good analogy because they've got expectations and attachments. And because of those expectations and attachments, they got the ego front and center. The ego mind is just leading them right there. And they've got to make it. They've got to get there. And they're just, it is, and then probably you've witnessed it in this life at least once. But that's the difference. And that's what we choose. It's up to us. You can either choose upstream thinking or downstream thinking. Upstream thinking is fighting yourself. You're not going with the flow. You're going against the grain. You're going against the current. Does that make any sense? Use the forces of energies to your favor to assist you rather than de-assist you. Use it. The flow, the universe offers all of this to us, so you use the flow. And when you're in the now, in the moment, you're much more readily able to do that and apply that. But when you're in expectation, attachment, and you're upstream, you're in upstream thinking. I got to get there. I got to get to the top. I got to do this. I got to do that. That's the ego driving you. It is not your heart mind. Doesn't it make sense that you would do things that are more with ease rather than conflict? Doesn't that make sense? That we are in these bodies on this planet to enjoy this stay, this existence, to enjoy it, and all the benefits of it. And so by being in the now, we afford that. The universe sends us whatever we desire in the now. So you look, whenever you seem to be conflicted, and you look at those, visualize it. You're in a high current river, and you've got a strong current that's going one way. One way it's going. Now think about that. The current is going one way. It's carrying the water. Now, how many people choose to fight the current in this life? A lot fight the current. others of us that say, there's no reason for me to fight the current. Well, it's going in the opposite direction. You've got to get to this destination. Why? Why? I'm here to enjoy my existence. There really isn't a destination. There's just the journey. So it's a perspective that we either choose or we don't choose. And when we begin to more and more understand ourselves, who and what we are, we're going to realize is that I'm in the now. I enjoy the now. I enjoy the moment to moment. And I like it. And then along the way, in the now, enjoy every illusion that pops up. Just enjoy it. So that we decide not to worry or waste time reliving our past or worrying about what may happen tomorrow. We relax in the beauty of this divine moment of our lives, and we know that only this moment is real. So this moment, the present moment, is all you have. The moment is all you have. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we want to do, desire to do, is relax our bodies. And you say, body, time to relax. Drop the shoulders. Let go of anything that you may have attached to yourself in the last 24 hours. Worry, stress, fear, anxiety. Because I'll guarantee you something. Whatever you put your attention on, you're giving it power. Whatever you put your attention on, you're giving it power. It's not even debatable. So you just say to the body, relax. You let everything drop off of you. It's like a melting candle, all drips off. And the body responds, relax. Hey, body, let's just relax. Let's, legs relax, arms, fingers, toes, everything just let go. Let's just be in the now, in the moment, and relax. So as we're doing this with the body, we move into the now. And this now, this moment, is all we really have. It really is. And anything in the now is a joy. Anything in the moment is a joy. We relieve ourselves of tomorrow. And we relieve ourselves of yesterday. And we're only in the now, the moment. And in that moment, we enjoy this life, moment to moment. We're more focused, it's more with ease, and we're in downstream thinking. We're in the canoe, we don't have oars, and we're just going with the flow of that current. Wherever it takes us, we're fine with it. We aren't even concerned. We have no expectations on where it's going to take us. Now, to some, that might be a little scary. But if you practice it enough, that fear goes away, because the fear is only a thought coming from the ego trying to keep you from being in the now. So also, you relax the body, we move into the now, we still the ego mind, the subconscious mind, We still them. So the ego binds somewhere, and the past, who knows, that's gone. And the future tomorrow, isn't even here, not even interested in it. And also, we want to breathe. Breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. Why do we focus on our breathing? Why do we do that? Because it's in the moment. It helps us stay in the now. Our breath is a wonderful asset because it helps us stay in the moment. Because only the breath is in the now. It's not yesterday, it's not tomorrow, it's now. So whenever you focus on your breath, or choose to focus on your breath, understand what it's doing. It keeps you in the now, moment to moment. It also stills all the chatter and noise. It semi-retires the ego. So visualize your breath that you're taking in as divine positive energy. Why is it divine positive energy? Because it sustains the body you are in. It sustains the body, which allows you to experience the physical as the God in the body. So the divine positive energy, it cannot be anything else. It's divine positive energy. It sustains life. It supports the vessel. It supports the kingdom of God. So visualize this through your heart, mind. We have 7 chakras. These are energy vortexes. They're in the shape of different petals, like different flowers. They're wheels of light. They're super powerful, and they're connected to the spinal column of our bodies, and they go from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. And these wheels of light are very powerful. They connect our spirit essence to our physical being, and vice versa. And they're connected to all of our organs and all of our functions and all of our natural flow and our ki or our chi, our God energy. So picture the divine positive energy as you pull it up. You're sitting in a very comfortable position. You're breathing, and as you breath, you easily take your breath in. You follow it as you bring it up through the center of the body, through these 7 chakras, these energy vortexes. And you start with the root chakra, the Muladhara. And this is the red wheel of light. And it's energy, stability, comfort, and safety. It is the I am. So when you say I am light, this is emanating from the root chakra. And then we move that divine positive energy, that breath, the sacred breath, to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. And this is sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, sociability, I feel. And all along, you're keeping an eye on that little guy, the ego. And then you move through the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. Strength, personality, power, determination, I do. And then we move the divine positive energy, our breath, through the green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. Acceptance, love, compassion, sincerity, I love. And then we bring it through the blue chakra, the blue wheel of light, throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is communication, expression, creativity, inspiration, I talk. And then we bring our breath, our divine positive energy, up through the violet wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna, intuition, lucidity, meditation, trust, I see. And then to the crown chakra, the purple wheel of light, the Sahasrara, the knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality. I understand. You brought it all the way up through all of these energy vortexes, these wheels of light. And it becomes more and more powerful as you do this. And then you bring it up to the back of your head. And for a brief moment, you hold it. You hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, you compress and condense it into pure liquid energy. Omnipotently powerful. You release it over the pineal gland. And when you do this, you can look at the pineal gland however you wish, however you visualize it. I visualize it as a rosebud, green ball. And with that pure liquid energy being released over it, it blooms into a full rose, eternal, immortal rose that's just vibrant and fragrant and expanding. And this, our pineal gland, is very important to us, this organ in these bodies while we're in them, because it is our gateway to all the particles of existence, and it's a gateway to our pure consciousness and beyond. So it is important, very important to us, to have it fully functioning. And this visualization is one way that we can energize the pineal gland so that it's fully functional. And remember, what you believe you create. So you can do this anytime that you feel compelled to do so. It's the breath, it's the now, and it is connecting to everything and everything. Now also, we are all consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And we're one with ourselves. Kingdom of God, body, God within, the pure consciousness, source creator. The heart, mind, the spirit, the soul, all of it is one. The term we use is heaven on earth. How can it not be? You carry around pure consciousness, divine, eternal love. How can you not have heaven on earth with that? I mean, it isn't even debatable. Now we have others with us because we're gathering here for this meditation. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, and the archetypes. Now, these are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. So we don't see them like we see each other. Now, they do appear in human form at times, humanoid form, so that they can leave us message, verbally communicate to us. Other times we can sense them, and we can smell their fragrance at times. But they've been assisting us for eons, and we have them. As thousands can surround any one of us at any one time, because of their frequency and they vibrate, a large number can hold a small space. And they are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And then we have with us already the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. Now, these are those who have ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. It's brilliant white light. We, however, are those in God form who ascend into body to experience physical. We're all learning, we're all advancing always, we're all perfecting, we're all creating. They're consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We're all together. It's exciting because we're all consciously aware of our vibrational frequency of deep, eternal love and gratitude. So we come together enthusiastically in celebration. Every time we convene or come together, it is nirvana. To have so many other pieces of the one gathered consciously together. So we seek out as many as we can call upon. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the gugaplexes. One gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions from every direction. And they are with us. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions. And they are with us. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, many, many, many of them, just in this quadrant of this galaxy, in this solar system. As many as 1,000 of them will traverse through this solar system every day. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with just a few. Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Zeta Reticuli, all the different species of grays, Draco, Reptilian, Feline, Golden Pyramid, Avian, North, many, many, many more. Now, they have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they are with us. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this meditation, this now, the forming of the circle of light. Now, just to name, they come in the trillions. The shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which many we've never seen before. And just to name a fraction of them, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the dwarves, the gnomes, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. and they are with us. We're all assembled, we're all together. All of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, this now, and so we form a circle of light from the God, the force, the God energy within each and every one of us. And we're all in full compassion, all of our gods together, arm in arm, hand in hand, non-negativity, non-judgment, non-ego, stillness of mind, only in the moment, in this very moment, in the now. Gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. Bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And we are all of the highest, of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of the highest, of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And we are all one. And we are all the God, and we are all the love. And our God light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, forever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. All of us forming the circle of light, the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, the light is massive. It is a density of light that we have never seen before because it is so brilliantly white. It literally grays out the darkness of space. We begin to levitate ourselves above the planet. We slowly move, saturating and flooding everything and everything with deep eternal love and gratitude. It's a washing. It's a bathing. It's a saturation. It's a flooding. It is perpetual. It is never ending. So as we do levitate up, we're immediately met with this beautiful, it's like an ocean of glitter. It is a reflection of all of us. Trillions of vibrant colors reflecting the love that we all are. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, which is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. And then right behind that, we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. And this is a column that reminds us of our omnipotent power, our strength and resolve. And then behind that, we're met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds us that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, with a brilliant white fire. The same brilliance as the circle of light. It is pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. It protects us inside and out, head to toe, all the time, eternally. Nothing can harm us, period. Now, all the low frequencies will vaporize. They cannot sustain a low frequency around such a high frequency. They will be no more. But only you, each of us, have the power to diminish our God armor, our white fire armor. If we choose to lower ourselves in lower vibrational frequencies deeply enough, long enough, we will then diminish our God armor, our white fire, and the lower dark matter frequencies and lower vibrational frequencies, lower survival frequencies will come rushing in. In the event that this does occur, we are then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us that if we do that, we can bring in the purple transmuting flame immediately and transmute all of those lower dark matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then we're met with the violet ray. this column reminds us that we can bring the violet ray right in behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter frequencies were, therefore restoring our white fire armor, our God armor, to full capacity of the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitude. Then we're met with the golden white pink light. This is the column to remind us of the love that we are, all of us, everything and everything. And it reminds us all the time. We remind ourselves by creating sunsets, sunrises, the pink, golden white. You see it in rainbows. You see it in all skies, all across the planet. You see it in reflections everywhere. It's reminding us of the love that we are. It's absolutely wonderful, spectacular. Now, some of us, as we continue to levitate up, some of us step, if we're carrying physical form, we step outside of our bodies, our physical form, and we effortlessly hover, float above the body. Now, as we continue to ascend or levitate up, we see this massive column. We created this column. It's larger than the solar system. Now, we designed the column itself as an opaque, it's almost like a crystalline quartz. And it houses trillions of vibrant colors. They're like trillions of rainbows interacting. It's like a burst of multitude of colors and light that's like an aura that's pulsating out from the column in pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, kindness, and generosity and humbleness. And it's flooding everything and everything. All of our brothers and sisters on this planet, in it, on it, above it, below it, non-stop, perpetually. Now we look at the top, we designed the top so that the golden ocean can cascade around 360 degrees. Golden ocean is also flooding everything and everything, lifting all the lower dark matter frequencies, literally lifting everything into pure, deep, eternal love, light energy. And each of us are a drop of that golden ocean. And each of us hold the essence of that golden ocean. We continue to levitate up effortlessly. We look a little bit over and we see our meditative sphere. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It sets center circle. It houses all of our meditations and vibrational frequencies of the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude. It holds moving towards 900 meditations, all in perpetual motion, all with the highest of the deepest, purest, eternal love light energy. Flooding everything and everything, saturating and bathing, lifting, literally disintegrating all of the lower dark matter and lower survival matter frequencies. This is why this sphere that we've created can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. We visit it every day. And by visiting it, we're visiting ourselves and the God within us every day. Now imagine and visualize and feel through your heart minds this omnipotently powerful God light energy that is flooding all of our brothers and sisters, everything and everything, our column that we created, meditative sphere, the gossamer field of glitter, all flooding, all lifting the very vibrational frequencies of the planet and the civilization of this planet. On it, in it, above it, and below it. Continually to levitate and expand, intensify, expand, grow, expand, touching everything and everything, perpetually, unending, eternally. And it's all in the now, all in the moment to moment. All of our intention is on all that we are. And all that we are is deep, pure, eternal love, light, energy. And we have lifted the civilization, and we continue to levitate the civilization into higher and higher frequencies of deep, eternal love and gratitude. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. In the now, only the moment, all of this taking place, all of us together, the millions of us together on this planet, with our intention of deep, eternal love and gratitude, without attachment, without expectation, all flowing downstream. I'll join you in the meditation, return to close us out. Take an easy breath in. And an easy breath out. Move slowly. Visualize the changes, the accelerated timeline, the heightening of higher and higher frequencies. Feel the deep eternal love that you are emanating from you into everything and everything. Feel the now. The beauty of the now, the moment that you're in right now. Embrace it. We have no expectations and attachments. We go with the flow. Downstream thinking. We use the power of the current to take us wherever that may be. Feel it, visualize it, take it with you the rest of the day, into the evening, into the night, into the following morning. And we will be back here Friday, July 10th, 2020. 3 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. And for our Tradera family, we will have a call July 10th, Friday, at 6 p.m. Eastern on our Tradera line.